Hi there, Rabbi. Sorry if I seem a little woozy this morning, but there's a local group of hot rod enthusiasts who try to drive the police crazy by driving around the back streets of our neighborhoods all evening. And all night long, we were hearing engines revving and stuff like that from these high powered cars, each one trying to beat the other. Now, what is it about people that think the race is the everything?
We're number one, Joe, and I'm going to be number one at the next red light. And we've all experienced somebody, you watch them come up in your rearview mirror, hell bent for leather, and they're weaving and covering, and they get to the red light, and then 5, 10 seconds later, I pull up behind them or next to them at the red light. And then the light changes, and they're weaving and dodging, and lo and behold, we end up in the same place. I think this is more an American phenomena than anyone else in the known universe. We brag about being number one. We want to be number one. We think when we win, we're entitled. I have no idea what we think we're entitled to, but it's become an obsession, Joe, with winning. And I'm all for winning. I think it's kind of neat. I also think it was fun to play racquetball. And so I didn't win every game. So what? It went back and forth. One of the things I did discover, it's no fun for some racquetball players to compete with me because they were too good and they didn't have any fun. So obviously winning isn't the goal.
Just like we hear the little league coaches telling their teams, it's all about sportsmanship. It's all about playing the game and playing it well, and don't worry whether you win or lose. Until, of course, the morning of the game when they say, "All right, now let's get out there and kill them."
And I think that spills over into politics. It spills over everywhere. This idea of I'm there first. If I'm first, it's mine. And we do that with, and the whole basis of every country in the known universe is now inhabited by people who came there, but not by the indigenous population, not by the first people who were there. We colonize, we even use the word, we're going to colonize Mars. Oh, really? We're going to colonize Australia. We're going to colonize Africa. We're going to colonize the Middle East. We use those terms, and what that means is we're going to push out the indigenous population so that we can take over. And we're seeing that in the Middle East now with Gaza and Israel with a vengeance. Truth be told, the word Palestine comes from the word Philistine. And the geography that we're talking about was part of Syria during the Ottoman Empire. And so when people try to find maps and say, well, it's very old, the British named it Palestine, the British Mandate, and they went back to the old term Philistine because they had to call it something. And if everyone points back, well, Jews were always there, therefore it's ours, and we're entitled to it. There was a Muslim invasion. So if you want to play this leapfrog game, but then where did the Hebrews come from? The word Hebrew means from across the river. It means a stranger. It means somebody came from another land from across the river. So if indeed what we're fighting over, Palestine, we have to give it back to the Philistines. I don't know how we're going to find them. They don't have passports and they've been gone for a long time. And the Muslims and the Palestinians make the argument, we were displaced. We were there before the state of Israel was founded. Well, I'm going to go back before, and then I'm going to go back before. This is killing us, Joe, and I'm watching it in the news. I'm reading it in the Jewish Telegraph Agent. I'm reading it in I'm listening to my co-religionists who say, we were first, therefore it's ours. And then the other side says, we were there and you pushed us out. I have a terrible suggestion for all of you. Stop it. Just stop it. Because to try to lay claim because we were there first is a fruitless game and it's killing a lot of people. Let's start with what is. And don't go back and say everyone in Israel has to leave because they're a colonial power. It's not going to happen, not going to work. Let's be practical. Israel's here. It's a country, it has a right to protect itself. People who were on the land were displaced. Arab countries didn't take them in. The people that were displaced weren't allowed into Jordan. They weren't allowed into Egypt. They were put in displacement camps. And then Gaza. So we've created all of this. So I want us to stop using the I was there first claim. Therefore, it's mine. Get off my land. Go find your own land because God gave this land to me, not to you. Let's solve the problem and stop trying to lay claim to the land of the Philistines.
And to go back to your analogy about winning and being there first, let's try and remember the lecture that our coaches gave us in Little League about it's not about who's first, it's about how well you play. And if we stop the objective of winning or losing and focus on let's all find a way to play together, work together, exist together, that's the only real solution that has any chance of working.
And for any of you out there who want to do the we were there first argument, I'll be glad to play a game of chess with you because I'll show you that you weren't there first. Somebody else was there first. And we're going to be jumping over each other until we actually go back to Abraham, where God says, I'm going to show you a land. So the Hebrews weren't there first. They came and they were colonists. They colonized.